Greetings, nomads and other YouTubers. Today is Wednesday, May 12th. It is one day after my 3rd anniversary. This is the first day of my 4th year of traveling full-time as a nomad. So I'm pretty excited about that. It doesn't seem like it's been that long. And it's been awesome. It's been wonderful. Again, you know, this isn't for everybody, but for me, it's just been a perfect experience. I've met so many wonderful people and gotten to know some of them really well. And, you know, when I travel with some of them, some off and on, some on a more permanent basis. And it's, I don't know, it's a very different paradigm than what, you know, the typical Western model of living looks like. You know, nomad land is out there, and I'm sure that there's a good number of people who have seen that, especially with the accolades that it's received in recent days. And it's, I don't know that I can describe it to you adequately. It's, you know, I spent the first 60 some odd years of my life tied to conventional approaches to living, and it was just, it took a lot of energy and a lot of effort and time, and you know, your life is not your own. It belongs to whatever employer you happen to be connected with in order to maintain all of the other stuff that you have around you. And you know, to finally reach retirement age and be able to pull the D-ring, as it were, and bail out of that lifestyle into one that allows me to just be me every day. I don't have to put forth any pretense. I can just be who I am. And I can spend my day, you know, working on a piece of art. I can spend my day, you know, putting tally-ho into four-wheel drive and crawling around in the hills of Quartzsite. I can pull up an easy chair and sit down and watch the sunset. And it's changed me permanently in a good way, I think. You know, I still think that I, as a person, I think all of us really have work to do. You know, the goal is at some point out there to work towards something that is closer to your ideal, whatever that happens to be. And I'm sure it's different for every person. And, you know, each day I'm exposed to different pieces of data, different elements of life, different, I don't want to use the word challenges because it sounds like a negative thing, and it's really not that. It's been easy. Challenge is just not the word that fits. It just flows so naturally and easily, and I don't know. It's been a great 3 years. So anyway, congratulations me. Three years on the road. May 11th was my launch date from my dad's place in Blue Jay, California, and first stop was the Long Valley Caldera in California, up near Mammoth Lakes, if you know where that is. Beautiful area. It is, it's an area that's similar to Yosemite, or not Yosemite, Yellowstone, the other Y park. It's a, you know, it's an extinct volcano, not quite the magnitude of Yellowstone, but close, similar. It has geysers, it has hot springs, it's got a kind of a large, flat, prairie-like caldera area, and it's rimmed by mountains. I camped up on one of those rims, kind of overlooking that valley, and I could get up in the morning and the steam from the hot springs would be rising up, and had a couple of days of rain there that would just bring out, you know, those aromas, those scents, the juniper trees and the sage and wet dirt and all of those things. And it was just an awesome way to launch what has been 3 years so far long sojourn. I'm currently still in New Mexico, and looking at land. I've got a couple of parcels that are being considered for purchase. Probably going to be a number of different nomads kind of clustered together in the same area. It's right now unrestricted land, which is really important to me. It's out in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing around. It is flat, high desert, about 5,000 feet. Very nominal rain. I think one of the humidities I looked at recently was like 8%. It's dry. But, I've got 365 days of sun, it looks like. Maybe 364. I don't know. But got plenty of solar. There's a river close by. There is civilization within an hour. Big civilization. So, all of the things that we sometimes like to do. Me, probably not as much as some others. I don't really care for cities too much, but it's there if I want it. If I need a hospital, if I just want to go and see a movie or go out to a fancy restaurant or whatever, I have that. It's available. I can do that. It's within reach. So, hopefully, in coming days, hopefully not more than maybe a week or possibly two, I'll be inking another deal on a piece of land here. And this one will be so much easier to develop. Alamosa will always have a place in my heart. My grandfather grew up there, spent some time there anyway. And it's a beautiful area. It's up about 7,000, 8,000 feet. And antelope and elk and it's just a beautiful, Blanca Peak. I've got pictures that I've posted of Blanca Peak and all that, and I love it. But the building restrictions are just so restrictive. And I may yet build there someday. I don't know, but I think for my immediate needs, it looks like New Mexico. This area of New Mexico is probably going to be my answer. I hope. We'll see. Whatever the universe decides, it's not really up to me. I don't believe. And I'll just go where I'm pointed. Go with the flow, right? So, anyway, not much of an update. I think I've got some pictures. I took some shots of sunsets, and, I'm still posting on Quartzite Chatter on Facebook. If anybody's familiar with that, every once in a while I'll see a sunset, and even though it's not quartzite, I still post it up there, just because it's fun. And I've got a couple of those, so I'll see if I can't wrangle those together, and maybe a couple of other clips to kind of give you an idea of the area and that kind of stuff. But other than that, not much going on. Hopefully I'm going to be on my own land again. And I can go camp on it. I don't have to go get a permit. I don't have to ask anybody. I don't have to leave in 2 weeks. I can stay there all year if I want to. Is that crazy or what? That's the way it ought to be. The idea that you can't use your own land within reason. I mean, dumping sewage on your land. Okay, come on. Anybody ought to be able to get that. But you ought to be able to camp on your own land whenever you want to, as long as you want to, and use it for whatever purposes you want, without having to ask somebody or pay money to do it. I can hear all the arguments already. Well, we got to support infrastructure. I get all that. I do, but there's got to be a better way than what we're doing. It's just my personal feeling is that it's about restricting the amount of population growth in that area, and there may be some valid reasons for that I'm just not aware of. Water availability, who knows? Who knows what it is? I think, the backstory that I've heard is that a lot of nomad-like folks started to move into that area because property was just so inexpensive. And then they started trashing the place, dumping sewage and just leaving their trash around and that kind of stuff. And if it was my hometown, I'd probably react in a similar way and say, hey, we're just going to make laws that prevent you people from being here. And I think that's the way it is, maybe. I don't know that. So, anyway, what else have I got? No, I don't think I've got a whole lot to update you with or about. Feeling good. Blood pressure's been down. I had a 119/64 the other day. It was like, and it was early in the morning, too. Usually my blood pressure is a little up during the day, or in the early morning. And, my shoulder is, I don't know, probably 90% there. I mean, I was lifting 100 pounds with it the other day. I'm a man, not a goody man, but a manly man. And, that's feeling good. Blood pressure's good. No more problems with, intestinal blockages and that kind of thing. And loving life. And I'd like to lose a few more pounds. But other than that, I'm doing really good. Really happy. Looking forward to the summer and some more travels. I think I've said this before, but I'll lay it out there again. I think next is going to be probably Alamosa. Going to camp there for a couple of weeks. And then head up north some more, either to Leadville or to Pawnee National Grasslands, because it gets me a little closer to my kids, spend some time with them, kind of hit the Ren Fest. And then from there, I don't know, somewhere north. We were in Belfour last year, and it was great. I loved it there. Had a lake. Flies were awful, but I love water. So I might hit there. If not, it'll be someplace else. Then up to Bumblebee. And I hear that it's getting really crowded there and really difficult to find camping. I'm hoping that I get there at a time when I can still grab a spot and have a couple of weeks to spend up in North Idaho. And you probably won't hear from me again because Verizon sucks. Especially up there. Oh my goodness. Idaho is like the black hole of cell service. It just, I don't know what it is. But anyway. And then head west from there, and then hopefully down the coast. At least that's my goal. The down the coast part is a little more difficult because there just aren't a lot of free places, any free places as far as I know. Already 12 minutes. I need to learn to talk faster, shorter, say less, something. Anyway, I'm not sure about the West Coast thing because of the cost of camping and all of that stuff. Maybe going inland a little bit and then day trips over the coast, something like that perhaps. I don't know. But I would like to see, the redwoods and the Pacific Northwest and like to see the Pacific Ocean. I miss the beach. I miss surfing. Surfing was, I don't know, that was my thing when I was a kid. Well, actually into my 40s probably. Maybe not that old. I don't know when I quit. When I moved to Colorado, I think probably. But anyway, it's kind of hard to go to the beach from Colorado. But anyway, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Those are the plans. And that's what's going on. So anyway, I'll put a couple of pictures. Don't think I'm going to do any original music this time. I don't know. We'll see. See what happens. But anyway. Love you guys. I do. Appreciate you guys more than you know. Bless you guys. And as always, if you've got questions about the lifestyle or me or anything else, I have an answer. I'll give it to you if I can. But other than that, that's it. So, see you later.